happy Saturday. We are 2 weeks out officially today from my next show, WBFF Atlantic City, and I want to make sure that this weekend I take you guys along with me the entire time for episode 2 of my new series, Journey to the Stage. Is that what it's called? Journey to Atlantic City, whatever she named it. We're starting with breakfast. So this morning I actually went to Starbucks to change up my coffee. Sometimes we do that. We love the coffee that we have at home, but we wanted to change it. So we went to Starbucks this morning. It's kind of gloomy and rainy out. But now I'm gonna make meal 1, which is going to be polenta, kind of, cornmeal. I'm gonna show you guys, and 2 eggs. So that's what I'm doing for meal number 1. So the first step here is to weigh out my 30 grams of cornmeal. So I get this, it's kind of thick. I get this coarse yellow cornmeal. And my plan says 30 grams, so, ambitious. Who do I think I am with all these carbs? We're gonna take this out. Oh my God, does that, you know what? I'm just gonna throw it out. Perfect, look, 30 exact. Now, what we are going to do is we are gonna put the oven on high. We are gonna put a decent amount of regular salt in it. Let's see, like that. And enough water to cover it. Like that, okay? We're gonna bring that to a boil. If you guys know me, you know I don't do measurements of water and seasonings and stuff like that. We're gonna bring that to a boil. Actually, let me cover it so that it can be a little bit faster. We're gonna bring that to a boil, we're gonna stir, and then we're gonna put our 2 eggs on top. That's gonna be first. I'm gonna make Junior's breakfast. He's probably gonna want this bread. Smells so good. He was eating it in the car yesterday. I was dying. I wonder if he wants me to heat it up. You guys, bread is like my love language. It is probably the only thing that I miss, but I truly, not only did I have bread on Tuesday for my birthday, I had bread on my plan this whole time, so I can't really complain. It's just that you get to these last few days and certain things just do have to give. And for me, like, while I enjoy bread, right now I'm having a lot of things that are just easily digestible for me. A lot of like yuca, plantain, fruits, you know, kind of like fruits and root vegetables, really. Not bread or rice or any of those things, just because of the way that it sits in my gut for me. So if you see here, I'm gonna show you guys later, I have just lots of sweet plantains, green plantains, bananas, mango. Here, I'm gonna make some yuca later, coleslaw, like just lots of veggies. I have some papaya, some mango, and then tortillas. So I'm kind of staying along those lines. Blueberries, for now, for the next 2 weeks. So Junior usually likes bread with butter and coffee for breakfast. So I'm gonna make him that. He's very picky about the color of his bread. I'm making him sound so high maintenance. Kind of is. The bread cannot have the slightest toasted mark. But he's like, it's burnt. Anyway, we all have our things. So I'm gonna take him this. We're gonna check on that. Oh, it seems like that's boiling already. Let's go see. Let's go look at it. Yes, it is. So we are gonna take the lid off. Let's use this rice thing. We're gonna stir it. And now the goal here is to make sure that we stir it and that we let it Maybe I'll go a little bit lower so it's not fully high, kind of in between. It's not medium, it's still medium high. And the goal here is for pretty much all of this water to like be gone. I have a few different options for breakfast. Some days I do the cornmeal, some days I do green plantains, some days I do oatmeal if I want like something sweet on the side. Fruit is always an option, like a banana or a mixture of like the other fruits that I have there, like the mango, the papaya, and stuff like that. So, but today specifically, I want to do that. And right after that, I'm actually doing my first cardio of the day. So today is a 2 cardio day for me. I don't have any training. I did 2 leg days yesterday. I've actually trained every single day this week. So today is a 2 cardio day for me, and then we pick it back up tomorrow with all of our training and the rotation of that. So the key here is definitely to keep stirring, because look, it does stick to the bottom really easily. You don't want that. It's not gonna taste good, and you're gonna lose some of the cornmeal. A lot of times when people make polenta, that's why when I first said it, I was like, it's polenta-ish, because people put cream and cheese and all the delicious things. But for me, it's just salt and water. It's actually really delicious this way. And especially if you put 2 fried eggs on top, magical. We have a lot going on this weekend, not only with the prep, but trying to get a lot of stuff done around the house. We have some errands to run because we're going, you know, out of town for the show for a couple of weeks. So we have some winter stuff to buy. I want to get the Christmas decorations up this weekend. We have some cleaning to do, right, Brie? Lots of laundry. I want to start blinging out my shoes. So there's a lot happening this weekend. So it's a perfect time to show you guys everything that goes into kind of the entail of a prep, but we will continue to document it all. Okay, so this is pretty much ready. See how there's like no more water. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put it to the side here while I make my 2 eggs. So we're gonna go here. It's just 2 fried eggs. I do wanna take this to Junior though before it gets cold. It's already kind of cold. Microwave, what do you know? So now let's make these fried eggs. Just a little spray and salt. We'll do 2 eggs. These like good eggs, like these organic ones, are so much harder to crack. Like these shells are so hard. Okay. 2 fried eggs, salt, and we're gonna put our cornmeal mix right here. We're not going to leave any of it behind because 2 weeks out. Need I say more? No food gets left behind. Okay. Now, see how our eggs are doing. I am so sore. We did both of those workouts yesterday. So hungry. I have no patience for cooking when I'm really hungry. So I'm gonna have this meal now. And then we actually have a gym in our community. So I'm walking to the gym. It's about a mile walk, like 25 minutes. Walk there, do probably the elliptical, and then walk back. So that'll be cardio 1. When I get back, like I said, I have a lot of things to do around the house. And then this afternoon, we're gonna go do our second cardio session, which hopefully is also here in the community, because all they have there is elliptical and treadmill. We're gonna give the eggs a flip between, because I know tomorrow I gotta get on those devil stairs. There's no way around it. Today, hopefully I can stay in here. I also need to get a tan today. So today we have the 2 cardios, the tan, cleaning, laundry, shoe blinging. I think that's it, right? Christmas decorating. And then tomorrow will be, and then food prepping, obviously. And tomorrow will be the day where we go buy whatever other Christmas stuff we need, and then whatever we need for our trip. Okay, so I like my eggs runny. Your favorite, Brie. So this is where we're at here. So I put both of them in with my polenta. I'm not gonna look. Oh! This, you guys, is the most magical concoction one can experience. Bree is dying over here. She hates runny eggs, but I am in my glory. All right, I'm gonna eat this meal and get to cardio. So we made it to our gym, our community gym. There's no one in here, super exciting. Now I have 20 minutes on the elliptical and then another 25-minute walk back. So it's 25-minute walk this way, 20 minutes here, 25-minute walk back, and then we'll be back later for the second cardio. Oh my goodness! Really? Oh, little baby, go show daddy. So we are back from our 50 minutes of walking and 20 minutes of elliptical. And I'm gonna make meal 2, which is gonna be chicken breast and sweet plantains in the air fryer. Super easy, I wanna show you guys. Aluminum foil. This way, I don't have to constantly clean this thing. I always line it. Unless it's something that requires like dripping through the little things, but anything that doesn't require dripping through, we line. Cooking spray. So we'll go bottom of that. We'll get the most ripe sweet plantain. So even when they're dark like this, they're great. We'll cut the ends. Cut the ends, make a slit here. Peel it. Super easy to peel when they are ripe. Now we're gonna cut them kind of like an inch, pretty small. Perfect. We'll put them here in the air fryer. We'll spray again. And that's it. Nothing else. We're gonna go in the air fryer. I like to set it under vegetables, so it's 400 degrees. We'll heat it up. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let that cook there for about 10 minutes on 400 before I flip them. We're back with our sweet plantains. I left them a little bit longer than 10 minutes. Now what we wanna do is turn them to the more pale side. Even though it says 5 minutes here, it's definitely gonna be more than that. So we're gonna let it finish those 5 minutes, we'll look at it, and then we'll see where we're at. All right, so our 15 minutes are up. I still want them a little bit more done because these don't have anything on them, like sugar or anything like that, and because they're not fried in oil, the crispier they are, the sweeter they are. So I'm gonna put it in again. Same setting, and then I'll just keep my eye on it. So our plantains are ready. Like I said, for me personally, I like when they are very dark just because that means that they're very soft and sweeter. So look, easy cleanup. Magic. We have our plantains. Now what I'm actually gonna do is portion out my chicken. So I have 3 ounces of chicken breast. I have my chicken cooked here. So all I have to do is portion it. Let's see how it goes. 3.8. There we go. So I'll heat that up and I'll have it with my plantains. My camera person is portioning out her food. So I want to show you guys. Chicken and sweet plantains. One of the things, I'm not a huge fan of chicken, but one of the things that I love doing with chicken is adding sauces. So these, sugar-free, the Polynesian is really good. It only has 10 calories for 2 tablespoons. Polynesian is one of my favorites. And barbecue is so good too. So these two I will be adding to my chicken breast. So next up, we're gonna make yuca. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. This is fresh yuca. Let me see if this thing will work on it. So we're gonna peel it first. People are probably like, you know you can buy frozen yuca, right? Already peeled. But fresh is better. Now we have our yuca here. I just want to cut it in into 2 smaller pieces. This one's like kind of weird. Perfect. Now what we're gonna do is bring it over here. This is hot water. I have the heat on high. All we're gonna do is add salt to it. Good amount of salt. We're gonna add our yuca pieces in there. We're gonna cover until they start boiling. Once it starts boiling, I'll remove the cover. Our yuca is boiling. We're gonna let that boil for a really long time until it's soft. It's probably gonna take about 40 minutes or so. The yuca is fully cooked. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna saute it with a little bit of olive oil and some garlic. So next up, we are gonna make stew in our Instant Pot. This thing is magical. It cooks very different than the air fryer, obviously, because it's a pressure cooker. So I'm gonna bring this over here and I'm gonna show you guys. So basically every time that I make any sort of stew, whether it's chicken, beef cubes, this one that I'm gonna make with steak, it's always a little bit different. I like to put a lot of different things in there, so let's see how this one comes out. I'm sure it's gonna be great. It's always good to let all those flavors kind of marinate in there. So the first thing we're gonna start with is our meat. So here I have, let's see, 1.1 pounds of flank. It's pretty lean, which is why we got it. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm actually gonna put the whole thing in there, just like that. I'm going to put salt and pepper. That's it for first. Salt, pepper. We'll turn it. We'll go on the other side. Okay. Now, all of the things that we are going to add to that. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add an onion. Because this is gonna go in the pressure cooker for a long time, I don't necessarily always chop things up very thinly. I like to leave things a little bit more whole. So with the onion specifically, I'm gonna cut it pretty thick here. See, so that it's not, and that's all I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna spread that around in here. I'll do the same thing with this side. Perfect. Next up, my eyes, we're gonna do garlic. So I have a whole garlic head here. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna cut the bottom. Ah! And with this specifically, I'm going to peel and put the garlic in here whole. And I actually think that they sell, not think, I know, whole garlic like this, peeled already. But I like to keep a bag of it in my fridge, not peeled, because it lasts longer. I usually actually go this route for everything that I'm cooking, but for something like this, so here we go. I'm gonna put the whole garlic in there. Next, we are actually gonna put a couple of potatoes in there. So we're gonna peel some potatoes. And you could use any potato you want. I just happen to like regular white potato for stuff like this. I'm gonna go ahead and put maybe like 3 potatoes in there. You guys do not have to add all this stuff to it. I just genuinely like putting a lot of ingredients and letting them cook together. And to be honest, like it's usually whatever's in my fridge that I think would go good together. It's not always the same ingredients, and it's not always this many ingredients. It's whatever I have there. Okay, 3 potatoes. Again, there's no magic. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna, once again, leave them a decent size because this is gonna pressure cook for a while. Chopping things up is not ideal. We want things to cook whole. So let's put those in here. One more thing I'm adding, because I have it in the fridge, is this corn. Okay, so I have this corn here. I'm gonna cut it again. Just because this was in the fridge, it's going in. One last thing that's going in here in terms of ingredients is tomato. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut up, just get the ends out. I'm just gonna cut the tomatoes in half. Also going in. Let's do one more. All right, you guys, we officially have everything that's going in. This stew specifically. Now, let's season it. So, salt again, because the potatoes, the tomatoes, the corn, all of that needs salt. Pepper again. We will go oregano. We will put 2 of these. 2 packets. And last-ish. I usually do tomato paste, but because I don't have any, I'm going to do a little bit of marinara sauce. Just a little, so we're not making pasta. And then last but not least, some beef bone broth. What we're gonna do is, you don't wanna put too much because it gets way too watery, but just enough to kind of mix all this up. That's plenty, and that helps kind of mix all that up. So here we have it. We are gonna go in here into our Instant Pot. No venting, because we want it to pressure cook. We're gonna go for meat stew, 1 hour, normal pressure. And we're gonna let it do its thing. Let's see how our stew looks. So excited, gonna make sure there's nothing left here. Now we are gonna open. Oh, yes. That looks amazing. Let's see with a fork how we're doing here. Oh yes, breaking apart. Let's find the meat. And just like the potatoes, the meat just shreds. We're gonna make Brazilian black beans. First, we have some Brazilian sausage. Obviously you could use any sausage, but this is the one that I like to use. And it's a little bit frozen because every time I make beans, I freeze the rest, but it's all good because it's actually easier to chop sausage when it's frozen. We're gonna go high-ish heat on the pan. We're gonna go cooking spray. And we are actually gonna put in a little bit of olive oil. Just enough, just a little bit on the bottom. We're gonna let that heat up and we're gonna put in our sausage and some onions. So let's chop up these onions. I'm only gonna use half an onion. Knife skills for days. Good. It does not need to be tiny, just needs to be chopped. As far as this goes, like I said, frozen is actually a lot easier because when it's not frozen, everything starts to come out from the casing. So here, with our olive oil, we are gonna go onions. And sausage. Give it a mix. And we are gonna let this do its thing for a while. We want the onions to get golden and the sausage to get golden on the outside too. Let's check our beans here. This is coming along. We're gonna let it cook a little bit more and then we'll add the beans. Here's how it's looking. These are more golden. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with minced garlic. We're gonna put a decent amount. We're gonna mix that in. We're only gonna let that cook for about 30 seconds or so because garlic cooks really fast. And meanwhile, this time I'm actually doing 2 pans of black beans just because every time that I do one, it goes really fast. So regular canned black beans, they're gonna go in here. Now the trick is, for me, come with me, is 1 can of water per can of bean. So we're gonna fill these up, pour them in. I'm going to add some adobo here, oregano, garlic powder, and a little bit of salt because the adobo already has salt, but I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, and then as this boils together, I'll try it and I'll add whatever I need to add. So we're gonna mix this up on high heat. We're gonna bring it to a boil. All right, you guys, our beans are done. We cook them down until they're thicker like this. So, so good. We just finished our tan and we are back in the gym for round 2. I have 40 minutes on the elliptical and then I am done for the day with training and I have 3 more meals to go. I'm tired, not gonna lie. I'm super sore, but we're here. Gotta get done. We are here, you guys. Vacuuming, putting away laundry. I still have like 4 loads of laundry and more cleaning to do. Busy, crazy tired, to be honest, but getting all of this stuff done so that tomorrow, while I still have all the prep stuff to do, I can do other things like Christmas stuff and deal with my shoes and stuff, my competition shoes that I'm gonna bling out myself. I'm gonna show you guys. But today when I got back from my second workout, it was time to eat all the food that I prepped, and then it's just been cleaning and organizing and laundry and everything nonstop. I am so ready to call it. It's 7:15 and I feel like I could easily go to sleep right now, but I still have more cleaning to do, more laundry to do, more food to eat, more water to drink, more water than I'd want to at this point. So hopefully I get all that done in the next couple of hours. I'll show you guys what the next couple meals look like, and that's it. Good morning, you guys. Happy Sunday. I just got up and did my check-in with my coach. I do it daily now. So we just finished today's check-in, and now I'm about to make meal number 1. Today I'm gonna switch up my carb a little bit. Yesterday I did the cornmeal, but I also have oatmeal as one of my options. So today I'm gonna do the 30 grams of oatmeal and the 2 eggs. So I'm gonna show you. So this is the oatmeal that I like, the maple brown sugar Quaker, and they come in these little packets, but every packet has, I think, 43 grams, and I am supposed to have 30 grams. So what I do is I save from the previous time. So we're gonna get what I had left over from a couple days ago when I first made this. Okay, I'm gonna open the other one. We're gonna take some out. Gotta be exact, you guys. Perfect. 30 grams. Now we are gonna throw some water in there. I don't measure it. You guys know this already about me. I just kind of cover it. Make sure it's covered like that. And then I'm gonna take it to the microwave. And I'm gonna go a minute and a half. So let's go. There we go. On another note, we are gonna make our 2 eggs. Spray. It's so hard to do with one hand. My camera person is not available yet. We're gonna go 2 eggs here. You guys know the drill. Salt is like the only thing I put on my eggs. Our oatmeal is ready. It's hot. There we go. Now the only thing I'm gonna throw in there are some blueberries. I love all berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, and those I can always add. Just like a little handful of it. They don't really have that many calories, and I have the go-ahead for that. So there we go. That's the oatmeal. The eggs are almost ready. So a couple changes this morning after my check-in. One is from now until we are reducing my water from a full gallon, which is 128 ounces, to 100 ounces. So that's magical because water is hard for me. And today was supposed to be a double leg day, but because we've been really killing legs, today's actually gonna be a double walk day. So 2 40-minute walks, just light, just to get movement in, but no workout. And then tomorrow's another day. So that's why we're doing the daily check-ins too, so that we can tweak things, or he can tweak things every day. So now I'm gonna have meal 1 and go for my first walk. What the fuck? Babe. We were walking a different route today into the wild, and something just flew at me, and he says I'm waking up the neighbors. Oh shit, it's only 9:30. That was scary. Look at this wild, you guys. I spy an alligator. Yep. This is the fucking wild. And no one believes me, and he just wants to make fun of me. I know it is. And why are you so close? You guys, this is super stressful. He's like, look at this beautiful scenery. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die out here in these streets. All right, guys, so I literally just finished pulling out all of the Christmas stuff that I have so that I can see what I need to buy and what I'm gonna add. And then I also pulled out like luggage and things for our trip so I can start packing because that's coming up really soon. And now I'm actually going to start blinging on my shoes. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. So these are the shoes. I only have the 2 big stones on there so far. And then this is the glue that I use. And this is a small part of all of the stones. I have this too. And I literally stone one by one. You guys will see the after of these shoes. It's gonna look so good. I'm super excited. Walk number 2. All right, you guys, it's a wrap for today, my training. So I did 2 40-minute walks, which is what Ralph wanted me to do. He wanted me to take a little bit of a break, like I said earlier. So we did 2 walks, and then I did like a small, short ab circuit, and that is all that we're gonna do today. I'm 2 meals in, so I do still have a lot of food to consume, and I've done a little bit of shoe blinging and a little bit of Christmas decorating, so I'm actually just gonna wait for Ralph to finish his workout so that we can go and get more stuff for Christmas and shoe blinging and our trip. I have actually here luggage set aside, so I'm gonna start putting at the bottom of the suitcase all the things that are kind of toward the end, and I will continue to bring you guys with me. I look like a fucking hot mess, dead. All right, guys, it's 4 o'clock. Oh my, you don't want me to just make it?
No, 8-pack of cinnamon rolls. I don't think you can make that.
We are at Walmart getting some Christmas decorations, some things for our trip, and I forgot some stuff for my shoes. So it's 4:11, like I was saying, and it literally feels like 10 o'clock at night. Anyway, we're gonna do this now. Wow.
Cry about it. Cry.
Nicely. Here. Oh. It's too hot. You guys, I just did a whole video accidentally on slow-mo. And I was talking and yapping away, and I don't know why I had clicked slow-mo. I am so not with it. It's so annoying because I'm not really that deprived of food, and you know, I'm training hard, but today was kind of an off day, just 2 walks. Anyway, here I am. It's me and my laundry. I have 2 more loads, this one and 1 more, so almost done. We got a few things at Walmart for our trip. Not a lot of Christmas stuff, but I will be ordering some on Amazon. You guys know I love Amazon. And I'll be hitting up some other stores this week to make sure that we get the whole Christmas spirit in the house in the coming days. I love Christmas. The kids love Christmas, obviously. And so I want to make sure that we get it all here and done, and it feels good this way, you know, even though we're leaving in a week and a half. As soon as we come back, everything is ready for the holidays. Anyway, that's a wrap for these 2 days, and I will be back next week with a lot more to share in the coming weeks with everything that we have coming up.